That's what I told Danny. I'm going to sell my gym and I'm going to move down here and be an airboat driver so I can fucking be out with the gators all the time.
Yeah,
he would fit in so well.
Yeah, we went out to the Everglades. How about the guy who did our show yesterday? Not that great of a show.
No.
No, but our airboat driver was much better.
He was cool.
He touched him like Argentina.
I chatted with him for a few minutes afterward.
Yeah, our show guy was not that interesting.
We had a guy take us and we got stuck. He goes, "Oh bro, that's a fucking blue heron. Let me show you." And he goes over and he goes, "Coño, mi hermano, oh shit bro, I think we're stuck." And the engine goes, "Ding ding 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 ding," and he had to get somebody else to come and fucking push us out of the water. And like he was like really, he knew about the ecology of South Florida, and then he's like, "Holy fucking shit, we're stuck!" And it was like, there went like all his like tact and like, you know, he was like so smart, and then he turned into this cool and awesome guy. You could tell that like just, you know, all the Everglades stuff is on Calle Ocho, but it's not Calle Ocho over there. It's like Tamiami Trail. Yeah. But you don't forget that it's still Calle Ocho.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah. All right.
So, what was it like growing up in Vermont? Like, what were your guys' routines like? You grew up riding bikes, right?
Yeah, that was my main. I mean, I played like soccer young.
A lot of outdoor stuff.
Yeah, but got into mountain biking. I raced downhill mountain bikes semi-professional and professionally for a little while. Other than that, yeah, nothing. Biking was my big thing. Like I like regional or like big national races were always like the last 2 weeks of school every year. Like when I was in high school, so I took my exams early, go to like these races around the country. So that was kind of my thing.
Did you take any big falls? I know mountain biking.
Yeah, I got knocked unconscious for half an hour once. I was unconscious for 30 minutes. I almost got or I almost got helicoptered off the mountain. I think that was the last year I raced. Yeah.
When did you stop?
When you got knocked out for
20,
I
think it was 21 or 22.
Is that when you stopped? When you got knocked out? You're like,
no, I raced again like 4 weeks later. Yeah. I had like a couple weeks though, like I was like
put me in, coach.
Slurring words and like random headaches. Like I had like an 8-hour like black period, like where I was functioning too. Like I was conscious, but my dome was rattled so hard.
Did you ever do like BMX or anything else, or just?
No, I mean I had a BMX bike when I was a kid, but yeah, like you know. Downhill mountain biking, like if you're into that, you're doing like jumps and.
What'd you call it? Downhill
racing. Biking. Yeah, like anything like downhill ski racing, same idea. Like here's the course, as fast as you can get to the bottom.
We don't have hills here, so it's like a foreign thing.
Yeah, you do it at ski resorts, chairlift up, you know, ride down, rock gardens, bridges, jumps, all sorts of shit. Yeah.
So down here, all we have is Alita, and people do mountain biking there, or people will go to Key Biscayne and do some like there's trails out there.
It's not.
It's nothing like what you guys do.
Downhill.
No.
No, I think road cycling is a lot bigger down here.
Road cycling is a much bigger deal.
So people do those trips to the Keys and do different stuff. There's a lot of that out here, but there's mountain biking.
Yeah.
There's people who get into it, and there's.
No, we have some homies that mountain bike and they just stay.
I think probably
in the
BMX
Key.
is bigger down here.
Yeah,
street riding and that kind of stuff.
They stay in the Key and
there's rides you can do with mountain bikes out in the Everglades, like trails that are like barely paved, and if you have the right tires, I've gone out there with my bike and it's I can't do it.
But yeah, other than that was kind of my like sport.
Like, you need
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a while after that, and that's how I got introduced to CrossFit actually through BJJ.
Yeah. What about you, Dani? Did you play sports growing up? What were your formative years in Vermont like?
I grew up on a dairy farm and rode horses.
Sick.
So, yeah, I didn't have any real experience.
Tipping the cow.
Yeah. I didn't have any experience playing sports before CrossFit.
None at all? No gymnastics?
I did gymnastics for a few years when I was little, but otherwise CrossFit.
What drew you to CrossFit, like not coming up as an athlete? That was your first experience? I don't know, like what made you want to get into CrossFit? Because normally you hear about somebody who grew up as an athlete and then it was a natural progression getting into it. So this was really your first experience with any kind of athletics, pretty much?
Well, I was pretty competitive in riding horses, so I would travel through that. But I stopped competing to finish school, and I was working in a dental office, and I was really bored. And my dentist said you should try CrossFit out. So.
her dentist was an investor in my business. And
Oh wow.
yeah, so a guy I know.
Small world.
Yeah, but especially Vermont, really small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's,
he's who got me into CrossFit.
Cool.
And then I was hooked.
So he was training at your gym.
No,
at
he
the time?
never trained at the gym. He just was someone I knew who was a dentist. He's got money and kind of family friend too. And yeah, he lent me some of the money towards opening the gym.
So let's take a few steps back first, because your affiliate opened before you started training there. So you guys hadn't met yet at that point.
No, but for a year before I met Jade, this dentist was like, you should really meet this guy. I think you'd like him. And
Really?
it was Jade. And every Tuesday he would come in and harass me about it. And I was like, I don't have time for men. Like, no. And then all of a sudden I met Jade and yeah.
Fell in love.
Something. Well, at first.
Oh
here we
shit.
go.
No, at first he made a comment like my partner Betsy, and I was like, oh, I guess he has an older girlfriend.
Yeah, Betsy sounds like.
Yeah, well, I had like a small business partner when we opened, so
Oh.
I referred her as my partner.
My grandmother Betsy.
Danny had met her, and she's 20 years older than me.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah.
there was
So-
definitely, she thought like,
Young Betsy.
yeah, at first.
So, to go back, you practiced BJJ. You said 5-6 years, right?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years, something like that.
And,
yeah.
and that got you into CrossFit.
Yeah, I had like I started. Let's see, I got like did some bodybuilding, bought my men's health and fitness, and read some books, and started lifting weights when I was like maybe 19,
So you were still
something like that.
still biking.
Yeah, still biking, and then I actually worked with a guy out of Colorado who was like a strength coach specific to cycling. So like I worked on my own, but I'd still like I squatted and deadlifted and kettlebell swings and things like that. I'd done that, and then these guys that were doing BJJ, a couple guys, they were doing CrossFit in their garage. So I like checked it out, and I was at that time I was like, I looked at it, I was like, that looks cool, but nowhere around us had any equipment for that. So when one opens, I'm gonna give it a go and check it out. Because I was like, it's always been self-taught with all my lifting, so but like at least try to educate myself a lot on it and like tried to move decently well. But wanted to like learn how to do it properly, and one never opened, so I started buying shit, and that was still when I was in college, and then opened the place right out of college.
What year was that when you guys?
We affiliated September 2010,
You guys
So-
done in September 2010.
so we've been 7.5 years.
And prior to that, there were no affiliates in.
One opened like 2 months before.
Are we talking in the state or like
Yeah,
in your
none
guys' town or
in the
county?
state.
Wow.
One
Oh, wow.
opened I think 2 months before us, about an hour south, 45 minutes south.
Are they still open?
Yeah.
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 For them.
Were you not affiliated at the park?
No, yeah, so I had started, so September 2010, if we roll back like maybe 12, like a year, say September 2009, I had started doing CrossFit on my own, like following the Insight, doing it at my college gym, and I had started buying stuff. I lived with 4 other guys who were like, one was a professional skier, they're all athletic dudes, so we started stuffing stuff in the garage, we had a squat rack, started doing stuff with them, and I started I think you can even go on our website and go like all the way back because all the blog posts transferred
Yeah.
over, and I had a blog spot of like my training. It was like CrossFit in Vermont, I think is what it was called. So I would blog like my blog posts, my training stuff, and slowly that started picking up on Google. Obviously, if you search, it slowly started getting higher and higher on the search. So I would get a random email from someone like every couple of weeks that like they were interested in CrossFit or they were doing it in their garage or something. And then like April 2010, I had like maybe 15 people at this like mailing list. And I was like, I bought some gear. I was like, well, we're gonna go to the local public park and bring dumbbells out if you guys want to work out. Come work out. So we started in April 2010. It was just free. Like I'd drag dumbbells up or had some medicine balls and work out. These bunch of the people are just college friends, and then just random people. One guy lived 4 houses down from me, had like a full setup in his basement.
Oh,
like,
wow.
We met that way. He had squat rack, bumper plates, all this, and like fucking 4 houses down in our neighborhood that we live in. So did that for 4 months while I was trying to like raise money and affiliate and this and that, and then the affiliation went through in September 2010. Opened the doors. At that time, we were doing three nights a week in the park for free. We're getting like 15, 20 people, and then when we opened, most of them disappeared. They didn't want to pay.
Yeah, of course.
I think we opened like maybe 10 people.
Do you have anyone still from those days
Yep.
that's with you now?
Still from the park, yeah. Yeah, a good handful of them actually.
Yeah, we have a
Like
crew
8,
from
so-
like our first on-ramp and our
Yeah.
first early
Those
days
people
still.
stuck around.
Yeah.
How big is CrossFit right now in Vermont? I mean, I know how it's grown in the United States, but Vermont being a smaller town kind of state.
So like the Burlington.
Town state.
Well, I'm saying like it's built of a bunch of little cities.
Yeah, I mean you've got like
Yeah.
Burlington, which is the metropolitan area.
Still compared to Miami, it's
Yeah,
still like
it's
a
like-
little
Is that where the Coke factory is?
It's like 150,000 people or something in Burlington. That's where the main airport is. UVM, University of Vermont's there.
So are
we got like 4
how many are there?
I think
in
we
Vermont?
have in that area, say within 20 minutes, I think there's 6 affiliates now. So I was the first one.
In the state.
No, just in that area.
Oh, in the area.
I think there's
Okay,
like
so-
maybe 10 in the state, something like that. Yeah, I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I know there's at least 5 other ones around us.
There's
So-
a lot of knockoffs.
Huh?
There's like a lot of knockoffs.
Well, yeah,
you get
yeah,
that.
There's
word.
non-affiliated boot camps.
Fitness.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
intensity
using like
was-
road barbells. And
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much doing CrossFit.
Yeah, there are. They're
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
CrossFit.
yeah, there's
Still
some
on it.
places doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
The new thing now is gyms who did affiliate, at least down here, gyms who did affiliate at one point are unaffiliated,
Yeah.
keeping the same model.
'Cause
And
of the
just
name.
Fitness program, whatever.
Yeah, they
fitness
just-
gym.
This is our fitness
It was
class.
whatever CrossFit.
Now it's whatever fitness.
fitness.
Yeah.
They picked the same name, same faces, same
It's like
brand,
if we're
same
Soul
workouts.
Fitness Center.
Soul Fitness.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing has changed. Which I mean, I get that. Like, look, what I take from that is it is important to brand your business as its own entity.
Yeah.
But with that being said, like my opinion, CrossFit has always been really good to us.
Yeah.
We still have people knocking on the door that are finding us on Google that are looking for CrossFit gyms.
Absolutely.
And it has been nothing but great to us. There's a lot of people that have been going around saying other things, de-affiliating, but that's not our story at all.
Yeah.
I can't relate to that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a stigma to the name, like,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'd have to agree. There's definitely people that they're looking for CrossFit.
Yeah. And it's also pretty easy for us. We opened in 2010 also, in August of 2010.
Yeah.
So our what we pay is much less than what if you affiliated in the last year.
I was gonna say, what is it now? Ours is 2.
Ours is 2.
Yeah, and I think we probably both missed it by about 2 months. It
Yeah.
was at a G. and
Yeah.
it went up like right when we affiliated.
Yeah, but 2 is very
Yeah, it's
little
nothing.
in the scheme of the big.
People
if
were complaining like about affiliate fees, like it's a drop in the bucket for.
But I don't know how much it is now. I don't know if it's 4.
I thought it was 4. It's definitely 3.
Yeah, it's
3 or 4.
It is for sure gone up, but for us, that's not our story. Anyway, so you moved into your first place. Was that a warehouse, retail space?
Warehouse.
Are you still in the same spot? No. You have a
No.
giant
No, it's
fucking
huge now,
gym
right?
now.
We have I guess we have with the mezzanine space probably almost 11,000
If you
square
have
feet.
mezzanine space, it's big.
Yeah, this guy's got a
I
fucking.
feel like I have a mezzanine.
Well, we have like
How big's the mezzanine?
we have like a 1,000
Dude.
square foot mezzanine. Half of it's
What the fuck is a mezzanine?
we have a PT and half of it, and then half of it's just like
Pull-up
an
rig.
extra warm up area. We put a whole pull up rig up there, and we have like a couple bikes and stuff, just like overflow
Treadmill.
space.
This
for people
guy's
to warm up.
addicted to Rogue Fitness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He's
This
a.
guy's
Yeah.
really
like a
bad.
hoarder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
No,
your girlfriend's
Adrian's-
bad?
Yeah, no,
No,
not
he-
that bad.
That's a.
She made me put a budget this year.
I mean, imagine
Which is fine.
Adri, who owned a gym and had money.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
this guy. You know.
Yeah.
Imagine
I mean, I
Adrian
got-
with a mezzanine.
Rogue,
Imagine your girlfriend, but as a dude.
Living in Vermont
With a mezzanine?
with a mezzanine.
That's this guy.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
dude.
got Katie's email, so whenever I need something special, I usually just email her, and I usually get a response pretty quick.
Damn.
I spent a lot of money, and that we've been buying their stuff since day one.
Yeah.
They take good care.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, they have
we
great
in the
service.
past have like looked at other options, and there's been some other companies that come knocking on our doors. We used to be involved with some events, so
Yeah.
there's always some other rando equipment sponsors that have hit us up, and we've have some other things in the gym, and there is absolutely nothing that compares to.
No,
Rogue.
and it's like just like not worth it to save 10 or 20%. You know, it's like
Not at all.
to have probably a shittier product and something that's not going to be backed as well either.
Yeah.
Even if the
Yeah.
product's just as good,
Yeah.
no one's matching their customer service.
No.
No, not at all.
They
Or they're
fix things
shipping.
immediately.
Yeah.
They get shipped right
we
away.
rarely have anything break,
Yeah.
but when it does, it's.
I mean, like
replaced
also from I hate to say this, but like the community standpoint, like those dudes get it. They
Yeah.
came up the same way all of us
Yeah,
did.
fucking started a gym
Yeah.
and needed equipment.
Yeah. And they
How
like
they make
understand.
everything. And they're
They
involved,
understand
yeah.
the needs of an affiliate.
Yeah, they need to stop making new stuff because I just keep buying.
Do you really buy everything? Like you buy the weird grips? And
No.
balls?
Yeah,
we have a lot-
we
we-
have that grip machine.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have,
they're
we,
desk.
we have a lot of no. Wow, I bought a bench. I bought a bench. They have that furniture company now. I bought a big like 8 or 12 foot bench for our lobby.
Did you buy their wallet?
No wallet.
Do you buy all the dog stuff? They make
No,
stuff.
no, we've looked at the colonies before. We have a lot of stuff though, that's for sure.
Too much.
No doubt.
So, you moved into what? A small place? How big was it? Your first spot?
2,400 square feet. I think.
2,400 square feet. That's bigger than I feel.
Yeah,
like
it's not
most
tiny.
people's
It was
first
like
affiliate.
it used to be like a, I don't remember what. Oh, that's what it was. It was like a
Window.
bread place
company.
or something. They did bread.
Tight.
So it was like a
Bread.
like a little 300 square foot lobby, and then you walk in, and it was like a office, maybe a third of the size, a small ass bathroom, and then so probably maybe 1,800 square feet of floor
Like usable
floor
space.
something like
How
that.
long were you there for?
18 months.
18 months. Wow, that was very short lived.
Yeah,
In a place like that big. So our first place was 1,000 square feet, and we were there for about 18 months as well. But man, if I had 24, we probably would have waited it out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Maybe we wouldn't have needed that second spot.
We
Or-
quadrupled our space in the second gym.
I mean, yeah, at that time,
4,000.
18 months, we were still the only affiliate in the Burlington area.
Yeah.
I think 2 opened maybe another 6 or 9 months after that. But we were still the only affiliate. And we were having like, routinely 20-person classes a few times. It was just like we had like 125, 150 members, and it was like we'd have people like sometimes work out in the front lobby, like, which was just like. Yeah.
Definitely did that as well.
Yeah, so it was just, and obviously for us, like in the summer, it's less of an issue. We had a lot of outdoor space, but like, 4 months out of the year, 5 months out of the year, it's below 32 degrees.
Fuck.
It's not an option.
How do you guys run? True
Run?
forms.
That-
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we only have the one true form until last week. We got another one, so we just don't run.
I mean, you can run outside, but it's just.
When it's below 32
Well,
degrees.
she
it's
can,
fucking
like, if
crazy.
she really wants to, but we
Yeah.
don't send the class out.
But it's like running with a weight vest.
just dangerous, too.
You have like all these layers on because it's cold.
I can't run when it's below 70 degrees. So I don't know how well I'd make it up there.
Our AC is like set at 77 and people complain about it. They're like, it's too cold.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have AC in your gym? No.
No.
No. Yeah, so, like, for us, peak summer.
You guys have heaters in your gym?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We didn't actually use the heat too much, though. It's like set just, if when it gets really cold. 'Cause
What
once
is
we-
really cold?
Negative.
Below 0.
Below 0?
Yeah. So
Below
we keep our
60.
thermostat at like 60 degrees. So like if it gets below, like starts pulling down there, then the heat will kick on. But especially when you get 35 people in the class, like
Yeah, all the heat
It's
in the
warm.
yeah,
house, definitely.
like especially in the winter, we have morning classes, and then no one's there for a couple hours. Building cools down. I always have to like put more clothes on, and then in the evening things heat back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's like at all.
terrible.
I can do without it.
we just went to Franklin, Tennessee, and got to like 15 a few nights around New Year's.
Yeah.
And it was unfucking bearable.
Yeah, we usually we had a really cold. What was it? December this year. I don't know, really cold. We had like a few nights that
I mean, it's still snowing there right now, right? Or it just finished
-20,
snowing?
-30. It snowed like a foot and a half like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's all melting.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
supposed to be 50 tomorrow.
that's
It's a
nice.
heat wave.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
our harshest winter.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
50
50 is the
California.
coldest it
Everyone
gets.
breaks
Yeah.
out jackets and boots.
No, fuck that, dude. 60 people
Yeah.
are breaking out jackets and boots.
I mean, it's gotten here into the 40s early in the morning. It's been like in the higher 30s. I'm in a handful of times in my whole life.
Yeah.
But I was just in Denver, and that was the coldest I've ever experienced. I've never seen snow before, and it was like fucking 10 degrees.
You roll around
Holy
in it or
shit.
something?
I did. I rolled around in dirty ass snow. It was fun.
Ate a bunch of edibles and just
No,
Skipping forward.
but
Skipping to the
it was freezing. Definitely cold.
Anyway, so you were there for about 18 months. You moved, and is that to the spot you're in now?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, that's some balls. In the 18 months of being
Yeah,
over
it
there,
was-
affiliate moving to 11,000 square foot.
Yeah, it
gym
was
with
it was-
the mezzanine.
It was a it was a hair.
Come with a mezzanine, or
Yeah,
you build
yeah,
the mezzanine?
came.
Oh.
No, it was a hair left.
Still
We've
don't
taken
know
a
what
little
a
more
mezzanine
space, but it
is.
was like almost 10,000 when we moved in. It was definitely like, it's funny to think too. Like we moved in and the space seemed fucking enormous, and now like it's like,
Do you feel like you need a bigger gym? No way.
yeah,
Do you really?
Yeah, we're so,
yeah.
especially certain times of the week.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, we
overwhelming.
routinely have a
Busy.
When you're
class.
the
Yeah.
backup rogue warehouse.
We
Yeah.
routinely have classes of.
Do you have like too much shit in there? Is that why?
No,
No.
Or it's like pretty open space.
Yeah,
and
we have
clean?
pretty good space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we routinely have like, a class of. So we have like kind of like a main space and then a side, like a side strip. The strip is probably like, it's narrow. It's like this long. It's like maybe 18 feet wide.
I've seen the video. That's where
and
you
like
like
a
handstand walk. You guys
Yeah.
have a big rig there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we'll routinely have maybe 10 people back there like doing stuff before class, or our competitors doing stuff after class. We have a class of 30 to 40 people, so it's like, and we're looking to make that bridge to kind of more like some more boot camp stuff too, make that an offering, and like, I don't know, we're just finding that to really do that we need more space. At least in the winter. In the summer we can bring it outside because we have a huge back parking lot. But yeah, if I could have another 2,500 square feet, I think I would
sick.
take that.
I mean, I definitely. There's moments like, especially like a Monday or Tuesday when I'm here at like 6 o'clock. I look around and I'm like, fuck, we could really use some more space. Especially when the kids are transitioning out, boot campers are coming in. There's a CrossFit class going on. We got some random competitors. This gym's just under 7.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how much usable space. We don't have a lot of usable. I mean, we have less usable space. There's a lot of dead space
Yeah.
back here where we
Yeah, we have the
structured it.
same kind of deal.
But I could see another 1,200
Yeah.
square feet would help us.
Yeah.
And
in a
we would
really
fill
big
it up
way.
immediately.
I mean, we
Yeah.
don't need it to like run our business as is. Like everything functions. There's a couple hours a week, couple classes. Shit gets a little crazy. But if we really wanted to like make that next jump to like offering those other classes and not pushing aside other people, like we need more space.
I'm also looking at it from the lens of the kind of rent rates that we pay here in South Florida versus what you guys probably
Yeah, we pay like about 10K a month.
Yeah, we're over that. We're
Right.
about 12 here.
Yeah.
So, you said it kind of very quickly, but this, having competitors and boot camps and all these offerings, we were just talking about it yesterday about, that there's no rule book to how you open your affiliate, and there's many different self-proclaimed experts that will go around talking about how you should run your affiliate,
Yeah.
and you should follow CrossFit.com, and you shouldn't have competitors, and owners shouldn't be coaching, and et cetera, et cetera. You and I have talked about it, shit like that, a lot, and you have a different philosophy on a lot of that, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I do the programming for one. Dani does like all the boot camp programming for the few classes we have there, and she helps out a little bit with the programming, gives me some ideas here and there. And then I coach.
How many classes do you coach per week still? How many hours?
I coach probably 25 classes still.
That's
20,
awesome.
20 at least. I mean, Monday, 5:45, 7, 8, 9, and then in the evening, 5:45, 4:15, 5:30. So like 7 classes on Monday. So yeah, probably, I don't know, close to 25 classes still.
Good for you. And you still have a lot of administrative responsibilities?
I
You
do.
guys have like an office manager?
I do everything.
You do everything?
I do all the bookkeeping. I do our website. I do our programming. Yeah, I do all that stuff. Yeah.
So like that, if you listen to, and I'm not trying to put people out there, I like to be the other voice in the community in the space, because a lot of the complete opposite gets put out there.
Yeah.
And I have the same philosophy as you. Now, I'm not coaching a lot of regularly scheduled like CrossFit classes, but I'm on the floor the whole day with my laptop, going from the office back to the floor, back to the floor, taking my laptop onto the floor, coaching, filling in, helping as much as I can, being on the floor. I personally think that that's why I opened a gym. And I did have kind of like a dark period in our gym, and that is when I felt like I started to take that advice from other people of I shouldn't be coaching, and I should be focusing more on the administrative responsibilities of the gym and thinking more from that perspective and kind of pretending like I was an entrepreneur CEO.
Yeah.
When really I fucking opened a gym because I like people. I like working with people.
You want to be in a gym all day.
Yeah, I want to be in the gym.
Yeah.
I like training and I genuinely like coaching.
Yeah, and I would, after coming down here a few times over the years, I would like the bridge a little more towards where you are, like coaching a few less classes, more just kind of, you know, hanging out, coaching like here or there, doing that kind of thing. But it's just hard to find, you know, CrossFit's small where we are, so finding coaches, and every single one of our coaches all come up through the community. So we've never hired a person that has not trained at the gym for
A couple years.
yeah, or at least a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like hard, and we you know.
we've experimented with that a few times, and it has not quite turned out great for us.
Yeah.
There's a giant CrossFit community down here, so it's kind of a different story. But even like our newest hire, Andres, we've coached him for almost 3 years.
Yeah, he hasn't worked out of this gym primarily because he was a CrossFit coach for other gyms forever.
For a
but
really
he's
long time.
been an athlete of ours for 3 years now.
Yeah,
And
he would
he's
do his training.
participated in all of our meets since we started. We're
Yeah.
about to do the 8th MI Classic, and he's been since the first one almost.
Yeah, helping us
So
out.
even
volunteering.
so-
even if he didn't coach here, he came over, and a lot of people at the gym already knew who he was.
It's almost weird. We get emails from time to time about people asking if you're looking to hire
Or just,
somebody.
like, buy membership.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
it's not that kind of thing.
They'll email Danny. Some people email you or message you. We get random
The
emails.
best thing you can do is to have a membership. And
Yeah,
and-
that's
yeah.
what we tell everyone.
Just be here all the time.
Yeah, come train
Like,
for 6 months.
always
and we'll see
be
if it's
here
good
and-
fit.
Yeah.
And
Once you understand
and
the
even a
culture of the
step further,
place.
like even for an internship,
Yeah.
bringing someone. We do have a deal with the University of Miami, and we do take on some students fresh that have no experience, and that's kind of a different story. Alejandro's just really mean to them, makes them do a lot of weird stuff, but.
Try and get them to say words they don't want to say. Like try and get them to say like weird, messed up things, and try and like get them to, you know, take
Walk
off their
around naked.
clothes. We're like, day one, all right, you ain't shit.
You
Sit
gotta
down
clean
and
the
look at the
lowers
wall
naked.
with your tongue.
Anyways, even with interns, you know, people have come and wanting to intern at the gym, and we'll tell them the best thing you can do is be a client for a while.
Yeah.
And
Look,
they
I'll
get the
use
fuck
this-
out of my face.
I'll use this guy, David, as an example. That we had that conversation very early on. You know, he's like, "Hey, this guy used to own a gym."
Oh, really?
You know, and he's like, "Hey, I want to work for you guys," and I was just like, "Dude, you gotta fucking just be here for a
Yeah.
while and learn how it is
Yeah.
from the client
Yeah,
perspective."
the community's
That's the best
important,
way.
you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't have just pop a coach in that nobody knows.
No,
and
I would. Yeah.
And part of it, I'm fucking, you know, capitalist. I just, a lot of the time, like, I do well for myself, and I want to make a lot of money. So it's
Yeah.
like, and half the time, I just assume I do a better job or I get done what I want, you know, so.
It's hard to have somebody
Assume
who-
do it myself. I know a lot of people, like, a lot of, like, in the CrossFit, like, business space are like, you know, hand things off. I'm like, I don't know. I like doing it, and I know it's going to get done the way I want to do it, and I have enough, not so overwhelmed I can't, like, have a life, so.
Well, you
know,
do it really well.
Just
so,
assume do it myself.
you know, I think we have a blend of both. Everyone here, again, so you know, people say that no one will care about your gym as much as
Yeah.
you will. I mean, I get that, but
Yeah, no, we have one coach.
dude,
that's
all
like,
of these guys
Yeah.
take the same pride in this
Yeah.
place as I will. Sometimes even more than me.
Yeah, that was,
Like-
so we have a coach that I was like, I feel she cares more about the gym sometimes
Yeah.
than we do.
Dude, Anthony, Danielle will be like, "You're gonna fucking leave your bike like that, dickhead," to me, and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm sorry."
Yeah,
you're right.
he'll leave his bag out, he'll forget it, and we'll like throw it all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
Danielle's like, "You're not gonna clean your rower. You're such a fucking pig." I'm like, "Sorry, you're right."
We hid your bag from you for
Yeah.
like a day and a half.
Yeah. So, dude, you know, I feel like as long as the community in your gym is in check, you'll
Yeah.
breed and create a good environment for your
Yeah.
employees, staff, interns, and all that.
Yeah.
You know. So when did you come into the gym? When did you start training? What year?
2010.
2010.
Yeah, August, September.
No, like maybe we
September?
were maybe a month.
You guys were open for a month.
Yeah.
Oh wow, so
something
you
like
came
that.
in very, very, very
Yeah.
early on.
I think
And-
probably October, probably.
And you started training just as like a general client population, just normal.
Yeah, I tried to do on-ramp. Do you guys
Oh,
have
we-
on-ramp?
Yeah, we
do.
had an on-ramp.
We have an on-ramp.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we copied that from Rob Wolf's wife, whatever her
That's what
original
yeah,
on-ramp
she had
was.
this, I still have the, I
Yeah.
still have the template. It's still like kind of based off
Yeah,
that. We did
yeah.
like 10 sessions. Yeah, she signed up for on-ramp, did like 2 of the classes, and then was like, I guess I'm not going to on-ramp anymore. She started coming to the classes.
That was boring.
Yeah.
And
I
you
was-
had no competitors at that point,
No.
right?
No, I had
You were the
dreams
competitor?
of maybe like
Jade Jenny getting
yeah,
down
like
there.
I was reasonably like fit relative to the population back then. You know, like I was like top 100 in our region the first year in the open or something. But I don't really.
That's good.
Then you stop exercising and have 300,000.
That's cute.
like,
That's
cute.
that's
That's
might as
cute.
well what she said. That's cute.
Your top 100 in a region of 100 people.
I was gonna say it was
problem.
probably like 1,000 back then, maybe if that.
Yeah. So yeah, I started in 2010, and I watched the 2009 games. Is that what it was?
Every second counts. That documentary.
No, it was 2010 behind the scenes. That's what it was.
Okay.
And then I was like,
That was the first year at.
The StubHub.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
Yeah, we were there that year.
and I watched it all in one sitting, and I was like, you can compete in this sport, and I was like, I
So you
wanna
didn't know
do that.
anything about the games prior?
No, I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Well, and then, and then we opened 2010. We qualified a team for the regionals 2011, and couldn't send a team because we didn't have enough people that could participate that weekend.
So I knew that you guys qualified a team, but I had no idea that you guys
Yeah.
couldn't go.
So
who
every-
was on that team? You were.
I 2011, I was Danny, and then a few like random people who were just like
Randoms.
run-of-the-mill like fitness people that were decent athletes for CrossFit at the time, and like I think it was the ladies, two of the women that could possibly do it. Like there's
Was that still in the days that the regional director was creating their own workouts?
No,
or
that
not?
was
that was the first year of standardized
Yeah,
workouts
standardized.
across the
So
board.
was that
And-
Canton?
yeah, it was at Reebok.
Reebok.
Yeah, and they were like the few women we had that could like legitimately participate were busy that weekend. It was like graduation weekend at college. and-
Sorry, I have bingo.
Yeah, so we
Was
couldn't
there-
go, and then we had this girl Kelly Stedman she lived like 45 minutes south. She was coming up to train once in a while. She qualified individually and then qualified for the games that year. So we've had someone qualify for the games every year since the Open started.
At that point, how much competing had you people done? Like, have you did any
Zero.
no
Nothing.
local
None.
competition, no driving out for?
No.
Well, they were the only gym.
Yeah, we're only
so
gym. Yeah.
No local.
So-
I
Seven-
mean, New York City's not that far. There was
That's what I'm
Jason
saying,
Hammond
there was-
way back when was doing stuff in that area. Sin Martinez was.
Sin,
was
yeah.
There's nothing you had
was
gone
doing
out to
stuff
in the
way back
Northeast
then.
there or
No.
anything like that to compete.
Yeah, we hadn't done anything.
So the games was or would have-
Regionals.
yeah,
I mean,
regionals.
basically our first competition was the Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 minutes of burpees.
Yeah.
Year one.
And so we qualified a team, and we had 2 individuals qualify.
Very cool. So you saw the behind the scenes from the 2010 games. Wow, people look so fucking different back then than
Yeah.
how they look now.
Amanda. The
Yeah.
workout Amanda.
Jason Kleber
Yeah,
running
yeah.
for him at the bar.
That's such a great kid.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the first time we went out to the games, and we were there and we saw it all. It's crazy. I did double Helen with the back jerk at the
Yeah.
end.
We've done that workout.
Done
It's
that.
fun.
Yeah, there was the wall over burpee
Yeah,
rope
yeah.
climb on the wall thing.
Softball throw.
That was
Yeah.
not that year.
Oh, it was
No,
next
That was
year.
the
year.
next year. That was the next year.
Waiting for that one to come back.
Rope climb. Something.
Yeah, it was a push up, climb over, overhead squat, like 3 rounds,
Yeah.
and then there was a toe to bar, clean and jerk. That was like the first year I think toe to bar even showed up.
Yeah,
Everyone was
before
still doing
knees
these
to
elbows.
elbows.
And then it was
Those are gonna
burpee
come back
over the
this year.
wall and the rope climb.
Those
Yeah.
are gonna be.
Those are coming back.
I think so.
Back in the
Knees to
skins
elbow?
I
days.
think so.
Yeah.
I think those
So-
are harder for some people.
Well, we
They
did
are.
them this
They're
year
way
because they
harder.
came out on the main side a
Yeah,
few times. So
Because
we did.
Well, and Dave made that post too.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he did?
He's like, these never
I think
never show up enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're gonna show up sometime.
I don't think it's planned. Like they just infinitely troll. It's not planned well enough for. Look, considering all the new movements in the Open this year, you know everyone's always like, "Oh, did you see that there was pistols in the judges' course, dude?" It's not planned that well enough. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I would be curious if someone would go back and picked out all of the new movements that were in the open, if all of those were covered in the
So you
judges'
think like
course.
he doesn't have any?
I don't think there's any
indication
direct
with the person
correlation.
that puts together the judges' course.
So no, I think like him and Boz will communicate. But for example, was the single arm hang dumbbell
No,
clean to
wasn't
press in the judges' course?
No.
There you go. I don't think it's planned that well.
I think they cover just the standard abroad that are going to be maybe open, regionals, games, like
Yeah.
because you judge at any of those events, you have to have done that anyway.
I would bet a guy like Boz is probably already like thinking about that and working on the next judges' course now.
Yeah.
And Dave not thinking about the open workouts for next year at all at this point.
Yeah, I would.
You know, there's probably a really good chance.
Maybe he's thinking about what pictures he's gonna post. As
So moving on. So you saw the documentary. You guys competed at regionals. You qualified,
Qualified, we didn't compete.
but you didn't compete. And then what? Like, how did your training change, or what did your competitive career look like after
Were
that?
you just doing classes at the time? Like,
Yeah,
just
we didn't have
one
Yeah,
any-
just a
class?
class.
Yeah, we had class. We'd pull stuff. You know, Danny. We'd pull stuff off Ben Bergeron's site way back when. Do some random stuff there, and then what?
Main site stuff.
Main site, yeah. 2012 came around. We had a little more of a gym community at that point. We just moved into the new space when the Open started. So.
I did like one competition in 2011,
Oh, yeah,
I think.
she did,
Garage
it was-
games.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
in
the
Atlanta,
garage
right?
game? No. There was a garage game series in the Northeast.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like Boston. or
Danny,
something.
she won. All,
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah.
It was two
three.
individuals and a team one. So I was on a team
Oh,
with her
cool.
and two other people. I think we got third or fourth on the team one, and then she won the two individual ones and won the series.
Oh
So
wow.
that was fall of 2011.
Yeah.
So then it was like, we're like, oh, we have some legit athletes. This kid who trains and works with Jay Layden, Trevor James. I don't know if you know Trevor. He's a
Is
big
he
dude.
on their team?
He was last year. Yeah, he's qualified for regionals maybe 4 or 5 times. He's a bigger guy, like 6'2", 215.
Oh,
So he went to college at UVM. So he trained with us for 4 years. And then 2012 came, and he was the one who qualified. He qualified as an individual in 2011 too. And then 2012 came around, and Open started, and his plan was to qualify and compete again. And they had the 7 minutes of burpees. And as a guy that was 6'2" and
Shit ain't happening
220,
for
220
that.
pounds, you
Hell
know,
no.
he got a shitty score of like 120 reps, you know, which was
That sounds
obviously
like what I would probably get.
which
Not
is pretty.
even-
It beat me by like 10 reps, but it was still like 300th in the region or 400th, so he didn't qualify. So it was like kind of a saving grace because then we qualified a team. Danny qualified for regionals 2012 actually, and we decided to go team, and we qualified a team for the games.
And you guys competed that year.
Yeah.
How did you guys do that year? Where'd you guys finish?
At the games,
Yeah.
18.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Our magic number.
I
I
hate
was.
that number.
Yeah, you fucking hate that number.
Well, we've had a master. 2 masters have been 18. I've been 18 2 times. Team was 18.
Dude, what the
horrible.
fuck?
It's not a bad placing. Like it's above half.
No, but that's
just-
crazy
Yeah, I
that
know.
it keeps happening. 18 in the world is great. But-
Yeah.
so that's 2012.
Mm-hmm.
That's your last year when you competed on the team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you've qualified for the games as an individual how many times since then?
2013, 14, 15, and last year.
So
17.
13, 14, 15,
And 17.
16 not,
Nothing, right?
17. And in
Just by 1 point.
14 you qualified and did, in 15 you qualified but didn't compete.
Right. Yeah.
What happened that year?
2 weeks before the games, I just caught a jerk funny overhead, and I compressed, I think, a nerve and a couple discs. So I have 2 herniations in my neck.
Where exactly did you do
C4, C5, C6, C7. I'm assuming it's old injuries from riding horses.
Could be,
and
yeah, that's like a horse
crashing
riding
into
injury. Absolutely.
the fence and the dirt. And
No, and also like the
trampled on.
impact riding a fucking
Yeah.
horse.
I mean, I'm assuming it's from horses. And
Yeah.
20 years of that. So, yeah, that was pretty devastating.
Yeah. Well, she tweaked her neck a little bit in the jerk, and then it was like, oh, the neck's kind of fucked up. A few days went by. Dave released Murph,
So this is the story that I heard is
it.
you were practicing Murph
Yeah,
and you literally
I forgot
could
about
not do a push-up,
She
right?
did. Well, she
No,
did Murph.
I did Murph,
Oh.
and then the next day was like Thursday, and I was trying to do active recovery, and I was doing handstand holds to like work on handstand holds, and like my left arm just kept giving out, like it wouldn't stabilize overhead. And then I was like, let me try and like warm up and do some ring dips, and I like went down to the bottom of the ring dip, and I couldn't push. Like nothing was happening with my left arm. So
Yeah, so could have been the jerk, but then like having the weight vest on for
Right.
whatever,
Bouncing,
45
yeah.
minutes, bouncing around. That seemed to like really.
How was that for you being at the games that year?
really hard.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, I know, but so people listening know. Did you stay at the games? Did you walk?
Yeah. I watched. I stayed there. I watched
You
everything.
were walking around in the back, and
You weren't able to compete
You were
at
pretty
all.
involved,
Yeah, we
No,
had
'cause-
2 masters.
right?
Yeah.
Laura and
I helped
Christy.
them. Yeah, I helped our masters out. But what was the first work? They released the first. Oh, the
The
first
paddleboard.
workout was the paddleboard.
Right, the prone
and I was
paddle
like,
thing.
oh, having my neck hyperextended. That's not
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
good.
Well, you would
considering I
also
can't
need to
pull.
use your left arm as well.
Yeah, and then they released. It was like the sandbag workout, right?
Oh, the
The
remix
wheelbarrow.
of the,
the
old
wheelbarrow,
one.
and
Right,
I was
right,
like, no.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, we had the 4 of the top Rossi guys, and then he's big in the community. Sean Rocket, who's one of the we know him he's from our area of Boston, and they were all pretty much like, if you decide to compete, you can seriously
like be permanently paralyzed on the left side of your body.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It's like, okay, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So that was really hard to go through.
So you that year you went home and what? Like how long was your
I went
rehab?
home and trained and did a lot of like.
But how
what I
did you
could.
train? Because you
A lot of PT stuff, lower body, repetitive,
a lot of squatting.
a lot of squatting.
A lot of running.
Yeah, I had to be careful with the running because of the impact, but a lot of it was just giving my body time to heal. Nerves take a long time to heal. So I went home and did the best that I could for training, and I think like going in the gym and beating up myself every day, it was more mental than physical because I went in, like before my injury I could do, 7 unbroken strict muscle ups, and I couldn't even do 1 strict pull up. So it was more mentally draining than physically rehabbing from that.
so the following year you qualified again, right?
No, I.
Oh, that was
I,
that was the year, but you missed it by 1
I
spot.
missed by 1 point.
So what was going through your head at that point? Were you like, man, maybe this shit's not for me, or
Yeah, that was a pretty bad blow back to back.
fuck? I remember that so.
I didn't
vividly
know,
now
like-
that I mentioned it.
What I wanted to do, like, is it worth it? Like, why does this keep happening?
Yeah, it was hard because we had such a supremely stacked region that year
Yeah.
too. It's like I remember after Flo Lee puts that worldwide leaderboard out, she was like 12th in the world of all
Yeah,
the regional
and
athletes.
still didn't
did all
qualify.
the- She
And-
beat a couple of the winners of the regions, like
Yeah.
their times.
And
it
that's
was
what
like-
was hard for me as well. I was like, how am I not going to the games when this is where I am on the worldwide leaderboard and I beat girls in other regions? Like,
That are going to the games.
and then like, do they really have the fittest at the games? So all these things were going through my head, and I didn't know if I wanted to continue. And then Dave sent me an email asking about if I wanted to be on the demo team, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And
Yeah, I remember you talking to me about that at that
Yeah.
time, and your first response was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can go another year at the games,
Being
watching
there.
everybody compete
Not-
and not competing. And just talking with Jade, I was like, well, I should do it because I don't want to do it. And it'll be good for me and a good experience to deal with. So,
I think that's huge insight, and that is you being there. I think does a lot for you as an athlete as well. Like being on the demo team, it gives you some insights of like what happens in the back at the games. You have a
Yeah.
huge advantage over new people coming in after you qualify. Knowing how those operations work, I think, is one huge thing. But also, yeah, like getting over that fear of being there again for the second year in a row has probably done a lot for your mental game now.
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, when I went there to do the demo team, I didn't even know if I wanted to do the game, like try and qualify again. And then I remember we were sitting in the stands and we were watching them do Murph, and I was like, okay, I want to try and come back. So it was a good experience for
So
sure.
you missed out on both Murphs.
Yeah.
I did.
Good for you. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I mean, I
Are
definitely.
you kind of okay with that?
No, I think it'd be a good thing for me to do.
Ugh, the worst, especially that first one.
That
In the
first
sun.
one.
Almost killed people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was the demo team experience like? What did you learn from that? Like,
Well, I learned that I can work out cold. I don't need a ton of warm up. It was a really good experience. It was cool to not necessarily know the workout that I was doing, being told what the workout was, and being like, okay, I'm going to tell you how many rounds you're going to do. Just keep going.
fuck.
So that was cool. It was a really good learning
You were on the
experience.
team with Brooke Entz?
With Brooke, Cassidy,
Cassidy, that's right.
Dan.
Austin?
Dan.
Austin
Yeah, Austin
Malleolo,
was
right?
there.
Dan Bailey.
And Neil? Was it?
Neil.
Neil
And
Maddox.
then someone else from.
Paul Tremblay
Yeah.
or something? Yeah.
Yep. So it was fun. They
Yeah, I
were a
remember
good
seeing you
group.
guys. That's the year we qualified.
Yeah.
We went to the games.
Yeah, they were a good group.
So after that, you qualified again. Your first year back as an individual, and that's 2016, right?
17.
2017.
Yeah, this
Last
last
year.
year. Yeah.
So what was that like your first year back?
It was good. I was excited to be there. After the demo team in 2016, I came home and trained really hard.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too hard. So I was a little tired going into regionals last year, and at the games last year I was definitely tired. So that was the only thing that kind of happened this year at the games, but I took a long off season this year.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Hopefully fix that.
How's your training changed from like the first time you went to now? Like going through everything you went through with the injuries and then being there
Yeah.
and stuff. Has it changed? I mean, obviously you're not just doing classes anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely changed. I've gotten a lot smarter.
Jade's got a weak bladder. Take a piss.
I've gotten a lot smarter, and I took my first off season this year. So
That's big.
yeah, it was.
Speaking from experience, it's like hard to get people at your level to do that. So that's a big
I took
thing.
3 months off. I just sat on the concept 2 bike for 2 hours a day, Monday and Friday for 2 hours.
That's it.
I did some squatting
Yeah, just
and some
really
like upper
basic.
body press and pull, but no kipping, no snatching, no metcons.
How's that helped?
I've had a different off season. I think it will help in the long run though. I think I feel a lot more fresh. I feel a lot more recovered. I think my hormones are a lot better than they were last year. So
I mean, I'll tell you, knowing you for quite some time, and I've worked with you in the past as well. Like seeing your routine and your patterns from when you used to come down till now. Like when you used to come down, you guys would like come to vacation a little bit, but you would spend the whole day in the gym.
yeah,
Today when we're gonna podcast, Danny's like, dude, Jade's like, Dani wants to go to the beach and get some sun, and I was like, who wants to do what? She just usually wants to sit inside the gym the whole day and train.
yeah.
So that's definitely a behavior that has changed, right?
Yeah, and I think this week being after the Open and we're here, I'm just trying to take full advantage of
I think that's really good for you.
being smart and getting outside of the gym.
And that's very
balance.
new for you, because
Yeah.
if you would have come down here 2 years ago, the week after
Yeah.
the Open, you would have been
Gym.
fucking
Yeah.
crushing your face with fitness.
Yeah.
I remember when we
Absolutely.
came down here for vacation.
That's what we were just talking about when you were out there. You guys came for vacation and you guys were in the gym the whole time.
Yeah, so definitely trying to have more balance in my life. But
That's
at the
good.
same time, like these next 6 weeks, I'm going to be training really, really hard.
So where are you at right now? Like your relationship with fitness, competition, you're focusing on regionals,
Yeah.
and you're just going to focus on...
Yeah, I'm just going to train really fucking hard the next 6 weeks. I'm pretty like aware of the weaknesses that I need to improve on. I've kind of decided to I've taken over my programming. I can reach out to Jade. I have a bunch of people I can reach out to, but I want to be responsible for my success or my failure. So I'm really excited to see what happens in the next 6 weeks, training really hard and also balancing, like getting outside more, going for walks outside of the gym has been really helpful for me mentally.
Cool. So you brought up a point, you did the segue for me. You and Jade.
Okay.
Jade has been your coach for a long time.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning,
Yeah.
on and off, you guys went through like some periods where.
Yeah, I mean, she worked, let's see, so we had the gym, she followed gym programming till, I think after the Open in 2012, we got qualified for a team for regionals. We started following Outlaw.
I remember that.
I had been, like, looking at
You
it.
were like one of the OG
We had been
outlaw
pulling-
gyms.
Yeah, we had been pulling stuff, so, like, we communicated with Rudy, so, that
This
back
guy
then.
thinks I'm a Rudy lookalike. Fuck off.
He is, right?
I don't know about that.
Come on.
So
Don't be nice to me.
yeah, so I used to like email back and forth with Rudy, and I think Danny maybe even worked kind of like would send Rudy videos. There was a little period of time where we sent Rudy stuff. I think when the team qualified. So our team qualified to the team for regionals in 2012. We followed Outlaw pretty much going to regionals. Team qualified for the games. I think again they pretty much followed Outlaw to the games. After the games, Danny started working with Brian McKenzie. I think she worked with him for about maybe 6 months. Full on programming, and then she felt there's some things that weren't that she wasn't getting enough of, and decided to stop. She came back to like kind of me and gym programming, but Brian continued to do her endurance programming for a few years till 2015ish.
Yeah,
I think 2015. I did all the programming. Started working with you with mainly the Ollie stuff. Fall of 2015? I think after when we first came
After
down.
that,
Yeah, when I came down for my level 1.
Yeah.
That's right. You did your level 1 at Seoul.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
With
Rudy
Kyle,
Right.
right? Or
Yeah.
is he?
Yeah, where is he?
He's at work.
Yeah.
Is he still around here?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
We see him all the time. That's our homie.
He's got a really successful PT funny.
Yeah, he's been on one of the podcasts as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that was 2015, and then I
And
think
then this fall,
He had a short stint with Max.
yeah, I wanted to try something different, and it just wasn't a good fit. So I just decided to do my own thing, and like I'm very organized. I have all these binders and notes and spreadsheets and checklists.
Yeah, you
and,
do.
and I can reach out to Jade and ask him for help.
So I feel like you're avoiding the topic, which is what we really want to talk about. What is it like being coached by you guys work together. Technically, Jade is your boss.
Jade's my
Hey,
boss,
Jade.
fiance.
Boss, fiance, coach.
Yeah.
What?
It's really hard. I think this year at the games was the tipping point.
what happened at the beginning of this year.
Oh, fuck! They're gonna break up on the podcast.
In the mountain bike course.
Oh yeah.
I think he.
Because dude, this is the bike guy. If you don't win that event, you're walking right back to the
Yeah.
bar, girl.
But
You
it
and
was-
cheese wheel.
It was the most scared I've been in my life.
I'm
of
definitely-
him.
On him?
Yeah.
So good.
I'm
Or
definitely
bike
like,
your
I
ass
get pretty
back to
emotional,
Vermont.
like
Yeah.
into it for sure. A little aggressive.
And we've been biking, but we've been mountain biking, so you're going uphill and you need like a lower gear, and it's more like granny.
agility and.
So your gear's a lot lower, so it's like more like spin bike. So I was doing the time trial, and that's what I was doing. I was spinning. I wasn't going hard enough.
Danny, fucking put in a hard gear, just like
And
yelling,
he was yelling
chasing around
so
the course.
hard, chasing me.
With or without his
With my hat on.
hippie
Yeah.
rainbow
With my like,
reggae.
fucking Jesus slippers on.
Yeah. So it's hard. And I
Yeah.
definitely had to tell him, like, during open workouts, like, you can't yell at me.
Yeah,
Because
I
nothing
still
good
struggle
comes
with
of that.
I get a little.
He gets so
I get the same
so
way.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he's doing the
Yeah.
workout.
So I mean, CrossFit has definitely been probably more than a few times almost ended our relationship for sure.
Yeah, it's
But
hard.
I don't know. At the same time,
I feel like it's
That's
kinda
like what
strengthened.
you guys.
Yeah.
What brought you guys together?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it's strengthened our
and
relationship.
it's gotten better.
a lot,
She's
too.
definitely used to not be probably very respectful, I guess, of me from a coach athlete standpoint years ago, and that's changed
But I
a lot.
listened to you
Yeah.
about a month later.
Kind of. Yeah. I'll tell her something, tell her something, and then 2 months later, oh, you know what? I'm like, oh, really? That's what I've been telling you for
I mean,
2 months.
there's a few couples in CrossFit that have a coach-athlete relationship, and if it's not a coach-athlete relationship, it'll still be like handling coach-athlete relationship.
Yeah.
And sometimes we've seen them be very successful and sometimes not so much. I feel like you can go one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, with all things considered, look how
Yeah.
successful you've been at the games. Look how
Yeah.
many you've qualified 5 times.
4. Well, with team 5.
Okay, so 5 times qualified for the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
Not many people can say that.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
people don't.
So I think
Past one.
and also
No,
have
6.
like such a successful business and gym to back you guys up. I think is a very impressive thing as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
But man, you're adding the dynamic of working with him. That's like a whole
Work?
nother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when we're working, it's not even like I tell him sometimes, like I'll see him all day, but it's like we don't do anything. Like
Yeah.
I don't talk to him all the time. Like when we're coaching classes and there's 30, 40 athletes, I'm not gonna talk to him like
Yeah.
unless I need something. But it's good.
Yeah, it's work. And like you said, I mean, and she's been successful clearly.
Yeah.
So it's work.
I'm in a similar boat now, so you guys give
Yeah.
me hope.
And I think that's like why
So is this guy.
I wanted to go back to just like doing my own thing and working with Jade is because I was like, we started this together and I want to like finish this with him. And if
Are you saying this is your last year at competing?
no, but I mean like obviously in a couple years.
It'll end at some point, right?
Yeah, and so like I want to either succeed or fail with him and have him be part of that. So that's just important to me.
And he'll always be part of that. He's gonna wear his weird little hat and run around
Always.
and chase after you with a fucking
Right.
creeper mustache. In some
Yeah,
competition
throwing it.
somewhere, whether it's regionals or the games, he'll
Yeah.
be there
Probably.
freaking people out. People take pictures of him without he's looking and you know. Can you explain to everybody your whole competition hat thing?
The hat, yeah. So
That's so the first time I saw Jade was on like HQ videos, like CrossFit Journal videos. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They interviewed Savon interviewed me one. I think the first year Matt qualified for the games and it was like right up there.
Yeah.
So Matt was working with Ben a little bit, but it was still like I don't know. I helped him out here and there, and he still
You still represent your guys' affiliate.
Yeah, and it would follow some of our programming and that kind of stuff. So
So I remember seeing that and I met him and I was like, that's the fucking guy, and he's wearing that stupid thing again. So can you?
yeah. So the hat is one of my best friends was a professional free skier. He worked out, we lived together, worked out, started doing CrossFit with me. His dad helped invest some money, helped get it started. He was one of my first members. So he was a professional free skier. He died in March 2011 in Lake Tahoe at Free Skiing World Championship Tour. I don't know if it was the finals or one of the tour stops. Did a backflip off like a 60-foot cliff and happened to land like 3 feet off out of line and landed on a rock instead of snow and just basically
His leg,
everything
right?
just like
His leg, the back of his leg went through his leg.
I don't know. I mean everything like pelvis broke, everything.
Jeez.
So he was in ICU. Everything, you know, his body basically failed to shut down.
And he rocked that hat.
So the hat was from the 70s from his dad that he had. He wore it in college as
Wow, I
like
should not be making
That's what I was gonna say. That's such a good story. I feel
It's like-
really bad for making fun of it.
it's like huge pom
Well, I mean, a
pom.
lot
Same
of people
college.
kind of trolled Jade. 'cause
Yeah,
of the
oh
hat.
for sure. So
It's like,
this
stands out a lot.
Yeah, so
I
that-
look forward
Yeah.
to seeing it at Waterpalooza.
Yeah.
So this company Flylow that he was sponsored by, after he passed, they put these hats into production, and they still sell them there, especially in the Northeast, all over the place.
Wow.
All the ski shops carry them, all that kind of stuff. So,
So-
it's kind of one of those.
When you're at
I don't know.
regionals or at a competition, Wadapalooza, you're like, where the fuck is Jade? Where can I stand to watch Dani? It's like, oh, there's that guy right there.
Pretty easy to see
It's
him.
very easy to see.
And that's kind of like the first year she went to regionals. Like it was kind of a joke. I wore that. I grew out a mustache.
Had a
I think
whistle.
I even had I brought a whistle like as a joke, and like I had fucking aviators on, and then I don't know. She won regionals and went to the games. It was like I don't know. She kept wearing it, and I wear it as a normal hat anyway. Like it's a hat in the arsenal for the winter.
So I know you guys get this question all the time. You brought up Matt. Matt is, in my opinion, the most dominant CrossFit athlete of all time,
Yeah, I would agree.
including over Rich.
Yeah.
I think Matt is, especially like what he continues to do, what he just did just a few weeks ago in the Open.
Yeah.
And he says he's not even trying, and he's like gets bummed out that he wins the Open because he's quote unquote not in shape yet. And what's most impressive now is how much he beat people by this
Yeah,
year.
the
was
spread is
unheard of.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Open looks just like the games again. He finished with 98 points.
Yeah, and what was Vino, over 400? I think?
Yeah, over 460.
Yeah, almost 400 points ahead.
Yeah, that's
With what?
absurd.
Competing against 200,000 other people.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys were his first coach, right? Technically.
yeah.
So he's a weightlifter. He came from weightlifting.
Yeah, he came into, I think he popped into the gym like winter, so like January, February maybe, 2011. Stopped in with his dad just looking for a place to lift because he was home from, I think, the Olympic Training Center.
He had already had his back injury at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, he had been injured, was coming back, was still competing in weightlifting again. Stopped in, he's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. For me at the time, like, CrossFit was new. I was like, oh, here's this kid who's really good at Olympic weightlifting. I was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't make him pay anything or anything. I just let him come in and work out because I thought it'd be cool to
Have a weightlifter there.
Yeah, see someone. I mean, he was only there for
315.
Yeah, I was only there for 10 days or 2 weeks or something. So he came in. That was 2011, like winter, like January, February, or something like that. And I think that, what was it? 2011? No, that must have been, so it was 2012, I think, because that fall he came back and was done, I think, with weightlifting. Came back to the gym, did weightlifting for, again, he would just come in and lift for a little bit. And then Dani and probably Trevor and maybe a couple other people finally coaxed him into doing some Metcons. That was like in the fall of 2012. And
Yeah, I got him to run a mile with me for
Yeah,
time,
for time.
and
What
his
was that?
first time was like 6:38. First
Yeah.
time he'd ever run a mile.
Didn't he smoke cigarettes?
Oh yeah, that was like
And
smoking
no
cigarettes, chew, like he was
Right.
puking afterwards. I think, like just because he's like the kind of guy that like pushed himself to the absolute. You know, he's got people that are faster than him there at that
Smoking
time.
cigarettes to run a 6:30 what?
Like
Yeah,
mile.
something like that. 6.5
First
minutes.
time you run a mile, that's
Yeah.
pretty insane.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got him doing CrossFit, and then he qualified for regionals in 2013, the first year Dani went individual. And he was still kind of like, he was following gym programming, and he asked me to help him out. I started writing some specific stuff for him. He'd kind of do it sometimes, kind of not.
He wasn't
just,
really training.
Yeah, he'd train like 3 days a week, like train when he feel good. Went to regionals, got 5th, I think.
Yeah.
Missed qualifying by like 6 or 7 dumbbell snatches on that hundreds workout.
Mhm.
Like just kind of was training 3 days a week for 60 to 90 minutes. Like didn't have the capacity for all that over the weekend. And then from there I think probably fall of 2013 he won. Ben put out something. That's I think the first year Ben did the ECC. And he put out an invitation for that. He put out some workout. It was like 1 legless rope climb, 2 snatches, 3 parallel handstand push-ups, 4 back squats. So like, you know, real Godzilla, is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
Kenny
what it is.
Leverage maybe made the workout up, and he was like, anyone can do this in under 10 minutes or something.
Matt did.
They get a free, and Matt did in like 3.5 minutes or something. You know, and got a free entry, and then he won the ECC that year.
I remember
And
that.
then I think that's how his relationship with Ben kind of started. He was going back and forth there, but he's, continued to primarily train at our gym until
He just moved
this
now.
past year. So he moved after the games
Yeah,
this past year.
That dude definitely continues to blow everyone's mind every time
Yeah.
he competes.
Yeah, it's not even exciting to watch the games on the
Yeah,
men's side
It's
anymore.
not. No, the
Like
men's
the
side.
women's competition is so much more.
I think it's been like that for quite some time. I mean, we had the 1 year with Ben in the middle there. That was actually pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's always been way more fun to watch the women, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, so he he came within, a couple weeks. Like, Danny's like, this is how you do a kipping toes to the bar. And gets up and does 15 or 20 of them. This is how you do a muscle up, does 5 of them. Like, just pick
What do you
up.
attribute that to? I mean, like on that level, it's not mentally strong. He's
No.
very
Body
What?
awareness.
physically gifted, and
He did gymnastics.
Yeah, I think he did gymnastics.
He did?
And I think he
Yeah.
even ran track a little bit, like in like middle school or high school or
Yeah.
something. Like, so weightlifting. But there's videos of him doing like double backflips on skis and shit. Like, just, has that body
Just
awareness
an
and
athlete.
just probably, just got those genetic gifts and
Yeah.
like knows how to move and all that kind of stuff.
That's
So,
crazy, man.
got everything, just everything.
Do you keep in touch with him still?
Not really.
No.
I was like a group chat with a bunch of guys at the gym that he pops in on, but not really. No.
Yeah. Because
No.
He moved out there with Rich. You know how much he trains with him actually?
I have no idea.
No clue.
I think he trains in his garage a lot still.
Yeah, he does mostly his own stuff. I know that
Yeah.
it's been put out there that other people have coached him, but
Yeah, I think
truthfully, all in all, he's
yeah,
been
I think
his own
the
guy.
only one he really works with closely at all is Hinshaw.
Yeah,
And Hinshaw lives there now too.
Yeah.
Across the
So
street.
yeah, so I think Hinshaw's the only one, like from a programming coaching standpoint, that he really works.
really
with.
coached him.
Yeah, really works. with
Everything
closely
else
now.
has been on his own. Kind of people send him stuff, picks
Yeah.
what he wants to do.
Yeah,
and omits the
I
rest.
mean, from my understanding, even the years he worked with Ben was always there more of like a kind of coach at competitions.
handling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally. Like he'd send him programming, Matt would do some stuff, or he'd do our programming, or he'd make his own stuff up, or he'd text Rich for things, kind of just do what he felt he needed to do, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that's cool. So I want to wrap this up, but I have one more question for you. Life after competing for you, like looks like what? What other goals do you have? Or right now, are you all focused on competing? You're not thinking about that. Anything else is a distraction.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Yeah.
I'd love to get into the like life coaching and the mental side of training. The past 2 years, I've been reading a lot and working with a couple individuals, and it's definitely something I'd like to get into after competition.
A kid at some point, too.
Oh yeah.
Have a kid.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have to get married.
Yeah, that too.
You guys had a wedding.
Our wedding got canceled.
I was gonna go to it.
Yeah.
It was in, where was it?
St.
Somewhere in
Martin. St. Martin.
St.
Well, we're
Martin.
gonna get married in Grenada, so you can come to that.
That's close still. Cool.
Yeah, I bet you can get a direct flight from
Oh,
here.
Prop
Miami.
for
Yeah,
sure. You get a
sure.
direct
Yeah.
anywhere in the Caribbean from
Yeah.
Miami, you get a direct flight for sure. So the hurricane ruined their wedding plans.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Last year.
yeah, we were supposed to get married like 6 weeks after the hurricane came through, and St. Martin got fucked.
yeah.
Busted,
destroyed.
smashed.
Like the beach, the area we were supposed to, like the resort was basically gone, like destroyed.
He was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I evacuated. A
I
bunch
was
of
here.
people evacuated. This
I stayed.
genius stayed.
Never leaving. Staying.
If that happened again, you would leave.
Probably.
If it happened again, I'll probably stay.
Can't claim 305 till I die. If you fucking run from a hurricane.
Dude,
I mean, I didn't run. I had a trip to San
you
Francisco
were-
planned.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking stay here. This shit gonna destroy. What the fuck would I sit here?
I mean,
Why
we
would I
didn't-
stick around? Because a hurricane's
I
coming.
stayed.
So we boarded up our apartment and
Yeah.
got the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we didn't run.
I was worried
We used it
for
as an
Miami.
excuse to get the fuck out.
The night before, it was they're like, it's gonna be a Category 5 and it's hitting. I remember, dude, we were watching the
I was
news and it's
scared.
like, it's gonna hit on Bird Road in between 87th Avenue and 67th Avenue, which is exactly where we are right now.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. And the worst part of it is gonna be on Waterway Drive on Coral Way and
Yeah, they were
72nd
talking
Avenue
about
behind
Barrett's
80
house.
Bars and Tropical Park, which is fucking exactly where my
They
parents
were
live.
talking about like a 15-foot storm surge.
Everyone you know is dead. Didn't someone,
There was
someone
a
say
guy
that?
on Fox News that said,
There was a guy.
everyone you know, if you don't evacuate, everyone you know is dead. Yes, you. You're dying. That was that gay dude on Fox, right? What's
Yeah.
his name?
I don't know.
Oh, it's such a good clip.
But yeah, no, that was.
You're gonna die.
So we're pretty. I mean, I don't want to say luckily, but I mean, it didn't. It hit the west coast of Florida a little bit more, and kind of the Everglades kind of broke it up. So it was pretty bad. We were
Those
out of
things
power
are
for
so
weeks.
insanely unpredictable.
But I mean,
There's mandatory evacuations all around here, and they're like, if it comes and you get hurt, we're not gonna go get you.
Yeah. So, yeah, that fucked our wedding. We're trying to do it again this fall
When
or the winter.
it's hurricane
December.
season
December.
again, huh?
December.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all
but they
right.
got to plan their
Yeah.
wedding around fitness.
Yeah, that's
around
why.
the games,
kinda
regionals,
strong.
the open.
Grenada doesn't. We're looking to do in Grenada where we went, and they don't seem to really get the hurricane because they all kind of come up like
Yeah.
this, and Grenada's way down.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
further south.
So they've been hit like once in like the last 75 years, really bad.
Well, I mean, December should be really nice,
Yeah,
and
December.
is not hurricane season
Yeah,
at
it was
all.
gorgeous.
Yeah, but there's Dubai.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, dude.
So
And Wadapalooza.
wedding
Yeah, I mean-
or a golden iPad.
And we're building a house too, so we got a lot to
just
do.
get
this
married
year.
in Dubai.
Just go to the
There you go.
courthouse.
yeah, that's such a
There
good
you go.
idea.
Get married.
No, hell no. You're getting married in Dubai. Nah, chill. Go to the courthouse.
I actually was joking with him when we came down here. I'm like, you want to just get married in Miami?
Dude,
But
On 8th Street. The Miami Executive Hotel. They have themed rooms.
You can get married here.
$39 a night.
Dude, we've got clients that can marry you guys.
David Bialski.
Carlos.
Carlos Escanilla. Let my
You
brother
get married
marry
this
you.
afternoon.
How about both of you guys marry my brother?
Yeah. Well, I'm married already.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude.
You guys into it?
I can marry you guys. What's the whole
You
thing?
want to do it right now?
No.
Dearly beloved.
Oh, shit. You guys
Oh,
know
we got this guy, and we got her, and both of you are, and you signed the paper. Don't I need to be a
an officer?
Yeah.
Officiant?
what is it called?
notary?
No, what's it called?
A priest.
I don't know.
Priest them up, Hondo.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, all right.
Do you?
I don't even remember. Oh, because we went to the courthouse before. I don't fucking know.
Your wedding, I remember your wedding really well.
I remember my wedding perfectly. It was great.
He got married in his in-laws' backyard, dude. You want to go to his in-laws? It's in Hialeah, Foggett.
Hialeah, right there.
It's close.
We're good. We'll pass this time. Maybe
Fine.
if it gets canceled again.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine, Jade.
We get
Fine,
canceled
Jade.
again.
Double J.
Double J.
All right, where can everybody find you guys online? Internet, websites, Insta, Snaps, Facegram.
You snapping? You snap?
No.
Oh, no snap.
I have a Snapchat of him just making fun of him.
My wife has a
It's
Snapchat.
like a child, like Aiden when he films you. Like that's what she
And
does
it's
to me.
really good. Like I make all these videos and then I put them together and put them on YouTube, and it's like just Jade.
Our gym community-
Where can we
our
find
gym
those?
community
Because
loves
I'm
it.
actually more interested in that than where people can
On
find
like my handle, like I think it's Dani Horan.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
We should
really
put that
funny.
and put some into
It's like
that
Jade
episode.
getting mad,
Swearing. and
Swearing.
A little road rage.
talking about chicken wings.
Oh, that's when I was high.
Yeah.
We knew we would work weed into it.
Danny
Anyways.
puts me on Instagram a lot, and people are like, "Oh, you're Danny's gay brother, right?" I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, you're always like wiggling your hog with your shirt off, and sticking Cheetos in your belly button, and fucking eating glue and doing weird shit." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. I'm Danny's big gay brother."
People think he's gay.
Hey, whatever.
You got other options out there.
Yeah,
at least, if you ever
this one
need
gets us views, and snaps.
No, you can find Danny at what? _ Dani Horan?
Mm-hmm.
Why _ Dani Horan?
Because Dani Horan's taken.
No.
Or this
Yeah.
girl that has one post
Yeah. Has been
and
for
nothing
years.
else.
Is that her name?
I would assume so.
I don't know. I guess.
Maybe she copied her.
You should report
it's
it
been for
non-stop.
I
Report,
tried
report.
to like
Yeah.
do that, and nothing happened.
Spam.
She has one post.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't
Fuck.
just. We all need to report
What's
that
the
one
post that she has?
A photo of her.
Where's she
If you're
at?
listening to this,
I don't
find
know.
Dani Horan without the underscore. Report
Fake
her as
Dani
spam.
Horan.
Watch, it probably won't even be there anymore.
No, I think it is. I check every once in a while.
Okay, so _ Dani Horan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
No. that's
No.
it. And
Okay,
We're just Champlain Valley CrossFit.
To hit us up, we're at Team Soul. You can send us an email, info@teamsoultraining.com. To check out all of our training programs, www.teamsoultraining.com. Our off-season training program, by the time you hear this, would have already started for a few days. But you can still jump on the training program. We'll add you to a private Facebook group. We'll talk about off-season development, our phase 1 training system, and answer whatever questions that you guys have. Anything else, Hondo, Lou?
You can follow me on Instagram at Alejandro. Yeah.
She has no posts.
One
I just-
post.
You can see her?
Reporting it.
That's
her
she's
kids.
got
I can't
kids,
report
guys.
that,
Okay,
yeah.
look, I'm gonna report.
Just because you have kids doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
How do I report
about
it?
kids?
Spam or inappropriate?
She's a
It's
mom.
inappropriate for sure.
Inappropriate.
Dude, she's a mom.
So,
What are you
wait,
looking for?
okay, so
Video.
the reason for reporting
just
this
don't
post,
like
I
it.
just don't like it. Nudity or pornography.
Nudity.
Hey, hold on, dude. Hate speech or symbols,
Nudity.
racist, homophobic, or sexist slurs,
Oh.
violence or threat of violence,
No, hate
graphic injury,
Racist.
unlawful activity,
Racist
dangerous or
nudes.
criminal organizations, Sale or promotion of firearms.
Are we still recording?
Yes.
Oh.
Sale or promotion of drugs, harassment or bullying, intellectual property violation,
bad for the same.
self-injury, eating disorders, cutting or promoting
People are
suicide.
gonna report me.
Dude, just pick one.
All of the above.
What's
What do you
the
think?
worst
What
offense?
is the fake Dani Horan? What is she?
Racist.
This is what Danny really wants you to watch. These kind of videos.
Have you stoned out of your mind on
Yeah,
the couch?
pretty
Okay,
much.
hold on. I'm reporting her as being racist, hate
Yep.
speech.
You're doing it from my phone.
Yes, I am. All right, let's listen to Jade.
Oh shit! Shit! Just what you doing? Drugs? You just want a little bit of your day?
The dog licking his head.
That's the last.
Bag of Doritos.
This is the first time Jade ate edibles.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Fuck me.
So, found the video of this?
Why are you talking like that?
He couldn't control himself.
All right, that's all we got. Thanks, guys. Share the podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Share with your friends and family. See you later.